All right, now to give us more perspective in terms of what is happening at this moment in the Russia-Ukraine war, we're being joined by Mr. Marko Mikkelsen, who's the chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee of Estonia's parliament, and he's joining us live from Kiev. Mr. Mikkelsen, this is something that is being watched very closely around the world. You know, the impressive gains that Ukraine has made in the Kursk region. But the question is this: how sustainable do you think the Ukrainian campaign is inside Kursk?
At least it seems from first 10 days or more that Ukraine was very much ready to start this operation, surprising operation for Russians. And we see that the casualties and also those captives, soldiers from Russian side in hundreds, but perhaps even in thousands, tell you that Russia was totally not ready to defend its territory. Also, it seems that while Russia has changed, the Russian leadership has changed 3 times, the commander who should organize and coordinate the defense of Kursk region tells you something that Russia still is in the middle of problems. To build a proper defense in the Kursk area. And I think that what Ukraine has succeeded with this operation is that telling to everyone or showing to everyone that they can improve the positions and situation in the battleground.
Now, the Russians are countering, the Kursk offensive and also the narrative of the Kursk offensive by saying that this is clearly a diversionary tactic by Ukraine and that they are not going to relent on their assault that is at this moment taking place in Donetsk and other regions such as in Kursk, in Pokrovsk. How do you respond to this Russian suggestion that they want to in fact win in Donetsk and in Pokrovsk and then will deal with Kursk?
Yes, this is something what is very important to follow. I mean, the both areas of the major activities right now in the war of Russian aggression against Ukraine. One is, of course, what is happening right now in Kursk territory of Russian Federation territory, but also at the same time, Russia is pushing very hardly towards Pokrovsk and also Toretsk in Donbas area. Perhaps Ukraine suggested that with the operation in Kursk, that Russia will withdraw some forces from Pokrovsk area to Kursk. What still hasn't been yet materialized, but what has happened in Kursk, Ukraine is showing to everyone that they can take up initiative in this war.
All right, my last quick question, because we're short of time, is how does Ukraine deal with the glide bombs that the Russians seem to be deploying all along the front lines? Because this is something for which at this moment the Ukrainians seem not to have an answer for.
Absolutely, this is the most critical question for Ukraine, and here the Western allies should help Ukraine. This is exactly why Ukraine should not be restricted to attack Russian military bases, airfields inside of Russia, and also Ukraine needs much more air components like F-16s or defense for that matter. But this is exactly the extremely important question for Ukraine, and Ukraine's allies and partners should help them.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Mikkelsen, for joining us and getting us that perspective there. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.